Liverpool found their new Erling Haaland. Debuts, as witnessed in Liverpool's Community Shield, can be special and spark a new signing, a new career. A new hero may appear. Darwin Nunez's debut in a crucial match for Liverpool resulted in a trophy. The Uruguayan record transfer made a penalty while scoring a goal after being included in the game in the last half hour. Faced Manchester City's Erling Haaland directly. During the transfer season, these two were the subject of comparisons. Both players promise a lot for the future. But your first debuts are always important. Another name debuted last year and stood out. 18-year-old Darwin Fofana had been at the club for almost a month when he made his Europa League debut for Molde against Hoffenheim in 2021. However, a few minutes after his arrival, he made a spectacular statement by scoring the equalizer goal for the Norwegians in a 3-3 match. Not a bad start for your career after coming from the African Academy de Foot a month ago. Since then, Ivorian national football player Fofana has had to adapt to Norwegian football and played only a peripheral role for Molde last season. But in the new season, he finally made it to the A team and has been performing exceptionally ever since. Fofana scored 9 goals and recorded 5 assists in 17 games. While the 19-year-old player showed an impressive performance in the last season, this performance was also reflected in the statistics. The young star averaged 1.07 goals in every 90 minutes. It's no surprise that FSG and Julian, who are looking to build a new Liverpool, have caught their attention. Fast and excellent in collective play, Fofana has the physique, strong game intelligence and connectivity to be a complete striker. These features make it a solid replacement for Liverpool as well. After the FSG confirmed the departure of Takumi Minamino and Divock Origi, a lack of substitutes came to the fore. Fofana can fit into this role quite well. Manchester City's new signing Haaland made his debut at Molde and naturally there will be comparisons to the Norwegian forward. Moreover, Fofana's debut is frighteningly similar to Haaland's performance during his time at the club. Haaland made 50 appearances for Molde and scored 20 goals. Fofana has 12 in 45 but played much fewer minutes and recorded many more assists. Fofana contributed 0.84 goals per 90 minutes in matches with Molde, which is pretty close to Haaland's 0.88 goals per 90 minutes for Molde. Fofana, valued at £630,000 by Transfermarkt, will likely be transferred to a much higher figure should any potential suitors arise. But given Liverpool's financials, Fofana could still be a relatively cheap option for FSG and a move will be inevitable given Ward's young age and clear talent. Liverpool are watching the next Aurelien Tchouameni closely. While Liverpool lost Senegalese world star Sadio Mane this summer, another is reportedly on the radar after his impressive performance in League One. Amadou Onana isn't a name many Liverpool fans will be familiar with outside of France, but the 20-year-old Lille man is a talented player that the Get French Football News report caught the Reds' attention. Compared to Leicester midfielder Boubakary Soumaré, who didn't debut in England but was highly rated in France for £21 million a year ago, Onana is a tall and strong player best deployed at the base of the midfield. Everton, Leicester and Monaco are thought to be among the clubs particularly eager, with West Ham United expected to make another offer for the Belgian after a £19 million bid was turned down. Monaco is allegedly considering the possibility of replacing Aurelien Tchouameni, while Liverpool, Arsenal and Newcastle United are also listed as new possible locations for the former Club Brugge player. Onana moved to France last summer and has 4 years left on his contract, but given his soaring performance it seems unlikely that he will stay at Lille for the full duration of the deal. He made his international debut for Belgium over the summer. He played at senior international level for the first time against Virgil van Dijk and the Netherlands. Jonathan David and Renato Sanchez have been among the players Lille has helped develop over the past few seasons, while Victor Osimhen and Eden Hazard were behind. Whether Liverpool has made enough moves for Onana to strengthen their standings now seems highly unlikely after just one season in League One. However, Onana's impressive performance should not be overlooked. Liverpool will watch the player for years to come and closely monitor his progress. Lille is always a good club with promising talent. If he wants to stay there and impress, or maybe move to the Premier League or a bigger French club and play well, Liverpool might be really interested in making a move too. Jürgen Klopp has found the German Roberto Firmino The scores of the pre-season friendlies are never a decisive factor. But whether it's a competitive game or not, it's still not nice to lose 3-0. Jürgen Klopp won't want to dwell too much on Liverpool's defeat to Strasbourg, and the Liverpool manager will instead look to the benefits of such a game for their young players on the roster. The main purpose of the friendly match was to give some of the club's academy players the opportunity to draw attention and integrate themselves into the Liverpool A team. There were a few names that would leave a lasting impression, including Stefan Bajcetic. However, another one who made his FA Cup debut against Shrewsbury last season was also very promising, Mohamed Fraundorf. The 18-year-old German was bought from Hoffenheim 2 summers ago when Liverpool beat Bayern Munich and has spent an impressive few seasons at the club's academy in Kirkby. Intelligent and quick to make an impact in the advanced trio, one of the qualities that stood out most about him so far in his academy career is his tactical nuance. Fraundorf has played almost everywhere for the club's under-18 team, and the same thing happened in Liverpool's first few games for the A team. Fraundorf played as a winger against Shrewsbury and took a full-back position against Manchester United in the pre-season. He then played a Roberto Firmino-esque role in the number 9 position against Strasbourg. Fraundorf showed a lot of live touches and minutes in the game, even getting the ball behind the net even though he was ruled out for offside. Despite his pre-season injury, the young player still made a promising impression this summer. His versatility was seen by all, with Fraundorf proficiently playing both the fullback and attacking role in his 2 games. Of course, he's still raw and his game against Strasbourg has shown that he needs more experience at this level to move on to the next phase of his development. But given his gaming intelligence and talent, he could be an excellent replacement for Klopp's A team in the future. Liverpool's Brazilian star Firmino is entering his final year at Anfield and it looks like he will have to say goodbye. And Klopp may have found a solution without spending millions on this area. If Fraundorf improves his performance even more, he can wink at the A team. For now, Fraundorf needs to build up his momentum and gain more experience, which can get him to Anfield to the benefit of both sides. Darwin Nunez is getting used to the team. Darwin Nunez admitted he felt pressure and tension after joining Liverpool. However, he thanked Mohamed Salah for helping him feel comfortable in his new environment. The Uruguayan weighed in well above expectations for the summer thanks to a £64 million deal and additional £21.3 million in additions. Jürgen Klopp admitted that the Uruguayan striker is different from his predecessors. When you add in the language barrier and the time it takes to adapt, there's a lot to be promised. Nunez felt how mind-blowing social media was after just a week at Liverpool, but has since scored 5 pre-season goals and played a game-changing role in his Community Shield victory. The 23-year-old talked about how nervous he was at the start of the pre-season after the win in Leicester and thanked Mohamed Salah for helping out. To be honest, the first weeks I was extremely nervous, I missed even the simplest transition. It was really hard to get used to the team in the beginning. But as time passed, they put me at ease. I had a very useful conversation with Salah. Then I got in touch with the Brazilians and Luis Diaz, who is new here, said Nunez. It's really hard to come to a big club like Liverpool and not feel this pressure. And I felt it in my bones. Klopp talked to me a lot and gave me confidence. I aim to repay that trust on the pitch. With the support of fans and teammates behind him, Nunez's performance was truly impressive, once again boosting his confidence in Community Shield. You could see it in his face, in the faces of all his teammates. You could see how happy the kids were for him, and that's a really good sign after the short time he's been with us, Klopp said. It's not unusual for new signings to take a long time to settle in, and patience is key for Nunez, who is not expected to start at Fulham but has a lot to offer in the early stages of the season. As against Manchester City, he should not give up even if he starts the match as a substitute, and with the skills he showed when he entered, it doesn't seem possible to stay in reserve.